Hi everyone, I wanted to record this little intro for you to give you an idea of what's included inside the Create Your Writer platform program, and also to help you to understand and get excited about your writer platform and how much potential it actually has for you. So what is a writer's platform and why does it matter? So this is taken from the introductory welcome video that you receive when you purchase Create Your Writer platform. So there's a lot of misconceptions around a writer's platform. So I just want to explain where the term came from, why it's so valuable, and why it's a great investment of your time and effort to focus on your writer platform. So back before the internet existed, the only way for a writer to get a book deal was either through literary connections. So perhaps it was someone who wrote for the New Yorker already, or, had an amazing connection in the literary world. Perhaps they were already an established journalist or writer or essayist, or perhaps they were a celebrity of some kind, a president, a famous Olympian, anything like that, a famous political person. The phrase writer's platform or author platform actually came into being, I think it was in the 1990s, in nonfiction publishing, and it refers to the platform or the way in which an author can connect with the target audience for the book in ways that the publisher, the potential publisher, won't be able to do themselves. So obviously it didn't exist, the term didn't exist before the internet, and so it's a relatively new term. Now, I know that a lot of writers get feedback with their book pitches and things like that their platform isn't big enough, but I think that's giving you the wrong idea of writer platform and perhaps giving you a negative connotation towards it. So I just want you to get excited. So what is a writer's platform? Your platform is basically your public presence and your professional reputation as a writer. So it's the sum total of your connections, your published work, your digital presence, and your reputation in the niche that you're writing in. And most importantly, it's your level of visibility among your target audience, okay? So if you've watched the Book Deal Accelerator free webinar that I have, I explain why publishers are looking for an author who has that connection with the target audience, because obviously publishers aren't marketing departments, and they need the author to actually do some of the work to connect with the people that are going to read the book that you're proposing. So writer's platform really matters to get a book deal, to sell your manuscript to publishers, then to sell copies of the book when it comes out. That's, the end goal here. Publishers need to see that you have a way to reach readers. And this is because people buy books when they've heard something about the author or the book. Okay, it's very, very rare for someone to wander into a bookshop, pull a book off the shelf that they've never heard of before, never had any connection to, and purchase that book. And we don't even shop that way anymore anyway. Mostly we shop on the internet, online. I don't know about you, but for me to buy a book, I've often seen someone tweet something or an Instagram post, or I follow Memoir hashtags, or I have spoken to a friend, or I've been to the library, or it's all through those tangents and connections, or I've been to an event where I've heard of the author or the book or something like that. It's a very interconnected way that we find out about things now, and it's all got to do with the internet. And this is good news for you. So if you are wondering if you have a writer's platform, if you, what writer's platform is, you actually already have one. So I'd love you to Google your name as a first action step. And this is going to show you what your writer's platform is right now. So when you Google your name, pay attention to what comes up. Is there anything remotely connected to the topics and themes of the book that you're hoping to get published? Is your website on the first page of Google, or is it, buried deep 5 or 6 pages down? Do you even have a website? What photos come up? Are there any quotes or social media posts that come up when you Google your first and last name? Because this is your platform. Basically, an author is a personal brand, a writer is a personal brand, and so your name is the actual, the brand that's going to be researched. So by doing this, you can just have a look and see what actually comes up and if it's connected to the book that you're pitching. And it'll give you a fair idea of the level of your platform, okay? And it's also basically it's a good idea to have a look at that and to Google yourself every once in a while to see if you're happy with what comes up. Because you have the power to control your platform. And that's what's so exciting about this day and age. So you already have a platform. It's probably just not working for you. If you're trying to get a book deal and you don't have one, if you, you're trying to make these connections in these literary circles, sell or pitch your nonfiction, or monetize your work. So a few strategic tweaks and your digital presence and reputation will be boosted. So I love this stuff. So the good news is that you can build a platform among your audience in ways that authors could never do before the internet. So 50, 60 years ago, if you were an author or a writer trying to get a book deal, you only had one or two ways of doing that. You had to get a top literary agent, and that usually came from like connections, or you had to be already published and getting journalism or really good essays and creative pieces published and have those connections. So it all came through very closed door connections. And that's how the whole literary agents side of things came into being, because they were like the gatekeepers. But now we don't have those gatekeepers anymore. You can get a book deal from any of these pieces of platform. I'm looking here. Podcasts. I know a lady who got a book deal offer from her podcast for her nonfiction. From your website, someone might find you if they are researching that topic or theme. Social media, a tweet could go viral if it's on the topic or theme of your work or connected to your work. There are so many ways that you can use your platform to achieve your goals, and that's why it's so exciting. So the new way to get a book deal is from, you don't have to just rely on those three old ways. You can get a book deal from social channels, from your literary connections, yes, but it all just amplifies that. From a blog post, as I did for A Letter from Paris, from published articles. If you've read my blog post called From Memoir Essay to Book Deal, you'll see how many fantastic memoirs came from an essay that was published. You can get a book deal from a spot on TV, some multimedia, perhaps you have a YouTube channel or a podcast like I mentioned before. You could get a book deal from your email newsletter. You could get a book deal from your website. So you have so much potential, and that's why it is really important to make sure that your writer's platform, your digital platform, is working for you. And it's not just a book deal that it's going to help you with. An effective writer's platform will help you to get a book deal, sell more books when it comes out, because that's the end goal here. And that's exactly why publishers and agents look for platform, because they want to know that you'll sell more than 250 copies of the book, which is the average amount of books that first-time authors sell. And it will also help you to monetize your personal brand. So I have lots of other videos on monetizing your author brand, your personal brand, and that sort of thing. But if you're at the point right now where you're just trying to get a book deal, having an effective writer's platform, and that does not mean having 1 million followers on Twitter, it means having an effective writer's platform is a difference, is going to make so much difference to your career. And the potential value of your writer platform is enormous. So if you're interested, this is just a little intro clip from one of the welcome videos that you receive access to in the Create Your Writer Platform program that I have developed, which is part of the Book Deal Accelerator. Create Your Writer Platform will guide you to set up the 5 digital assets that comprise your platform. So all the details of the program are below. And I used to work as a digital strategist, communications strategist for corporates, not-for-profits, and a large university. So I know how valuable these digital assets are. And it breaks my heart to see so many writers who aren't using them effectively. And sometimes it's just a simple tweak that can really catapult things for you, and even just move your website up to the front page of Google when someone looks you up. So if you have any questions, let me know. But I just want to give you a little bit of an idea of why this is so important to me and why I created this program. And I hope to see you soon.